What if I told you there are entire planets, full-sized, massive worlds, drifting completely alone through the darkness of space, with no sun, no warmth, no light whatsoever? Not broken fragments, not asteroids, complete planets, wandering, silent, cold. And scientists believe there could be billions of them hiding in our galaxy right now. Stop scrolling. This is not science fiction. This is one of the most unsettling and fascinating discoveries in modern astronomy, and most people have never heard of it. These are called rogue planets, free-floating planetary bodies that travel through interstellar space without orbiting any star. No sunrise, no sunset, just endless, frozen darkness stretching in every direction for light years. And here is where it gets deeply uncomfortable. We genuinely do not know how many exist. Early estimates suggested there were roughly 2 rogue planets for every star in the Milky Way. But in 2023, data from NASA's James Webb Space Telescope and previous observations from the Microlensing Observations in Astrophysics Survey began revealing something that shook the scientific community. Some estimates now suggest there could be hundreds of billions, possibly even trillions, of rogue planets in our galaxy alone. Let that number sit with you for a moment. Now, here is the part that completely breaks the commonly accepted narrative. For decades, the textbook definition of a planet required it to orbit a star. That was the rule. That was settled science. Except it wasn't. Because rogue planets don't orbit anything. They violate the very classification system we built. So now scientists are forced to rethink what a planet actually is, and they still don't fully agree. The argument is ongoing, active, and unresolved right now in 2024. How do rogue planets form? There are 2 main theories, and both are alarming in their own way. The first theory is ejection. A planet forms normally within a solar system, happily orbiting its star, until gravitational interactions with other massive bodies, like a giant planet or a passing star, slingshot it out of its orbit entirely. Gone. Launched into the void. Scientists believe Jupiter-sized planets are particularly effective at doing this, acting like gravitational bullies that knock smaller planets out of their solar systems. Some models suggest our own early solar system may have ejected 1 or more planets billions of years ago. Read that again. There may have been additional planets in our solar system that no longer exist here. The second theory is even more mind-bending. Some rogue planets may have never orbited a star at all. They may have formed in isolation, condensing from clouds of gas and dust in interstellar space, the same way stars form, but without accumulating enough mass to ignite nuclear fusion. They essentially tried to become stars and failed, ending up as cold, dark, planetary mass objects wandering alone from birth. But wait, and this is where it gets truly controversial. Some scientists argue that if a rogue planet formed independently the way a star does, it shouldn't technically be classified as a planet at all. It should be something else entirely. A subbrown dwarf. A planetary mass object. The terminology wars are real, and they reveal a deeper truth. Our categories were built on incomplete knowledge. Now here is what should keep you awake at night. In October 2023, scientists using the James Webb Space Telescope discovered dozens of Jupiter-mass binary objects in the Orion Nebula, pairs of planet-sized objects orbiting each other with no parent star. They nicknamed them jumbos, Jupiter-mass binary objects. Nobody predicted these. Nobody had a model for them. They simply existed, defying expectation, demanding entirely new explanations. This discovery fundamentally challenged our models of how planets and stars form. And detecting rogue planets is extraordinarily difficult. Because they emit no reflected starlight, they're essentially invisible against the black canvas of space. The primary method scientists use is called gravitational microlensing, watching for the brief, precise way a rogue planet bends light from a distant background star as it passes in front of it. The signal lasts hours to days. Miss it, and it's gone. The Nancy Grace Roman Space Telescope, set to launch in the coming years, is specifically designed to detect thousands of these events and could revolutionize our understanding of how many rogue planets actually exist. Here is the question that scientists are quietly, seriously debating in peer-reviewed journals. Could a rogue planet support life? Some research suggests that a planet with sufficient geological activity could generate internal heat through radioactive decay. If it also retained a thick hydrogen atmosphere acting as an insulating blanket, liquid water might theoretically exist beneath the surface, even without a star. This is not confirmed. This is not proven. But it is a legitimate scientific hypothesis being explored right now. And that means life, if it exists anywhere in the universe, might not need a sun at all. This is the part of science that nobody teaches you in school. The universe doesn't wait for our classification systems to catch up. It just keeps existing in ways that break our assumptions over and over again. Rogue planets are not anomalies. They may be one of the most common types of planetary objects in the entire galaxy, and we've only just begun to find them. If you made it this far, you are exactly the kind of person this channel exists for. Follow right now because we cover the real science, the unsettled, uncomfortable, mind-expanding discoveries that reshape how you see reality. New content drops regularly, and you do not want to miss what comes next. Now tell me something. If rogue planets can potentially harbor liquid water without a star, does that change how you think about where life in the universe might actually exist?